Hello, citizens and UEMC miners. Rockseeker here for this series on exploration and mining, and I'm here with Tim, and we decided to discuss about 3.0. Again, I did not update my little title underneath the video. Of course, the capture you see here is the video from the demo from Gamescom, and that was 3.0. But I'm not playing 3.0 yet. I'm not part of the PTU. I'm waiting for the PU. But Stim here actually tried the 3.0 and PTU, right? You were in the first wave or second wave? You're
Second
a subscriber,
wave.
right?
Second wave. Yeah. So subscriber and concierge.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot to say on it, so it'll be a shorter video, which is good.
You said you had lots to say.
No, I didn't.
Especially it was so fast, and the screen and everything's moving so fast.
Lightning quick, and it was like 60 frames plus. Yeah. No, I've had a hard time getting good frames.
How much do you get? I heard like very bad thing, like just people going, it's like a couple frames a second.
It's a bit of a crapshoot. So it's anything depending upon what server you're on, what your peak times are. If you happen to get a new server that had just been spun up, and so you're the first or second person on it. So I haven't had very good luck. I haven't tried a lot because I've just found I found it a bit disappointing. I haven't had many bugs though because I haven't played enough to really find a lot. So, but it is quite buggy from what I hear.
But to the point of crashing, or just having weird effect like your head floating next to your body or thing?
So I have had a couple bugs. So I've had a couple of crashes, and then I've also had one where quantum wouldn't engage no matter what I did.
I heard about that one. Not from you, but other people also. Like.
And then Black Shuck, another UEMC member, I was with him the other night, and he was having issues. His whole HUD disappeared. And I'm trying to remember what he was flying.
Boy, that's kind of hard to fly.
Yeah, it was a comet, a Saber comet, and just his HUD was gone. You could see the whole ship, you could see everything, but there was no speed reading, nothing.
Yeah, I saw an image even of someone, like the ship was there, but without the skin. So you was actually seeing all of the inside of the ship.
Oh wow!
But without like just the plating on the outside, just so the engine and everything was just like basically there's two layers, and when they shoot, you get damage. It pokes holes, and you see the underneath.
The damage layer.
So you could see just the damage layer, but not. Anyway, funny.
Really
thing.
neat. Yeah.
Right, so.
Neat little bug, right? Something interesting to see.
Yeah.
So I got, at best, I think I got probably about 18 or so frames. I didn't know how to check frame rates when I had that particular one yet. But I flew to Daymar, thought Levski was at Daymar, which I was mistaken. So I spent time trying to figure out what was going wrong, figured out it was at Delamar. And then quantumed over there, went to Levski, landed, walked around Levski. That was really cool. I was super proud of myself.
NPC, right? How is it with the NPC? Is it like they show in the animation?
Yeah, so you occasionally you see things like NPC standing on chairs, which you wouldn't really have.
No, but I'm not talking necessarily about that. Just the idea that you're in a station, because right now we've been like for so long, like months and months and months, like in Port Olisar, and the only few people you see are new players coming in, getting their ship and leaving. But now there's actual people inside the stations.
So the NPCs, like the textures on these NPCs are really good. I've never seen AI that look that good. And you're kind of walking, and you look over at the AI, and you're thinking, well, should I try and interact with them? And you realize they're just on a loop. They're doing their thing. They don't pay attention to you. But I found it really a weird feeling, kind of walking right up to the AI, trying to like zoom in and have a look at the skin. It would be like coming up to someone standing next to you, and then trying to look at you. And meanwhile, you'd be like, "Go away."
But one day they will interact with you. We saw example where you pass in front of some NPC sitting on a chair, and if you stop and start looking at them, they raise their head and they start looking at you, and as you move away, then they lower back their head. But Would you be able to recognize, aside from the fact that maybe their name floats about their head, would you be able to recognize a player
Particular
from an
NPC?
NPC?
Oh, okay. Well, right now, yes, of course. So NPCs aren't walking around in armor. That's one thing. They're walking in a very specific pace,
Like programmed
where
pace almost?
it's not a funny pace. It's just a specific speed. And with a player, you're mousing up and down. And I don't know if the stamina system's involved yet, because I didn't try just running until I got tired. But I didn't seem to get tired. Put it this way, my character is a lot more fit in the game than I am in real life. I would have been tired if I'd run that much.
Yeah.
So
They probably drink less beer.
Yeah, probably. But like I'd be running, and I'm not running and jumping, like some of the 14-year-old kids would be, which we don't have a lot, thank goodness. But at the same time, you can see they're walking very meticulously, or they're going somewhere, or they're standing at a window and thinking. So they have specific behavior. So right now you can tell, and everybody else is wearing armor because they're going into ships and they're doing things. They're trying on clothes. Like they're doing specific things in the game, and no one's wasting time because everyone's time is precious. So NPCs.
But one day we could reach a point.
Relaxed.
One day we could reach a point where actually you don't know if it's an NPC or a player from a distance, until you get next to them and you listen to them or you try to interact.
Well, I think that's going to be key gameplay later on. I mean, picture if you're a bounty hunter and you're chasing someone, and all of a sudden they can just blend into the crowd like that. That would be neat if you were the person being chased, to just be able to blend into the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So I guess soon they should be done with the PTU. I don't know if there's how many waves. I saw a site on CIG that technically can go all the way to like 6 waves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's 5 or 6 waves. They have a wave, like basically it's already defined where the wave is, but they say that most PTU will stop at the first one. Sometimes it may go to the second one, but technically it can go all the way to like 6 waves or something.
Well, I thought it was going to go from Ivacati to first wave to second wave, and then to the wider
PTU.
Well, I think to a really wide PTU, but just for a short period for stress testing only. So most of the bugs would be out, and then they go straight to the PU.
So your feeling is, do we get it for Christmas?
I think so.
Like Santa CIG or Santa Chris there?
I think so. It depends, though. I mean, Chris Roberts is saying that this is supposed to be like the entry of early access, right? And that's a sentiment that I hear from everybody, is they're saying that he doesn't want to launch the game in a buggy state like we've done last Christmas and the Christmas before that. Remember 2.0 and 2.6. We got it out because people would have something to do over the holiday period. I think they're going to do it again, but if things aren't better than they are now from a buggy perspective, if they can't tamp down those bugs, if they can't solve that netcode, make a decision as to how they want to work, it might be tight. It might be tough, and they might not do it. Or they might say, look, let's go for higher frames, like lock it at 30, but drop the player count down to 24 per server, as opposed to 60 at 30 or something.
How many is it right now? How many can you have?
Well, they had so internally, now it is on the wider net because they're looking at their different offices around the world. But internally, before it really went to Ivacati, they were getting, like, I think it was about 130 or 140, something like that.
So they were basically on a LAN, right?
No, because the LAN is local.
Yeah,
no,
local,
it was
exactly.
a wide area network. No, it was on the internet. It was through the cloud. This is through Lumberyard.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, okay. So it was the wider thing. But of course, we all know the pictures that they had where there were 60 players at 30 frames per second.
It went around the world, that one, right? Oh,
right.
Star Citizen world, yeah.
So right now I don't know where it's at because I haven't been in 3.02 that much.
So well, I guess we'll see. I'm really looking forward to it. one of the first thing I'm gonna do is go around and try to remap yellow. Yeah, so we're getting to the end of this video. I guess that might be the last one that I do before I get to 3.0 actually myself. So we'll see.
I hope you're in it.
Unless something comes up, unless basically they push back 3.0 for the PU and we have a new concept, because there's going to be a new concept like around Christmas. Some people say it would be
A new concept ship?
Well, or some say it would be the Tumbril tank.
Oh, yeah, there's been a lot of speculation about a tank.
Yeah, but Tumbril would be the maker of the tank. Those that makes the buggy there.
Mm-hmm. The buggy is CTV.
No, not Grey Cat. Tumbril makes the Jeep, or there's the Racer, the RN,
the Cyclone.
Yeah,
so the
Cyclone,
RN,
exactly, yeah.
The RC,
yeah.
The AA.
They're the one that would be making the tank. So, apparently, so we'll see.
Okay.
So on this, I guess that's it. Or maybe the next time we see each other is going to be on your show.
Might very well be. Been waiting for it to come out.
Yeah,
it's coming.
So, yeah, you've been advertising it for over a month now.
And now I've built it up, and it's going to have to be this big thing. We'll see.
I'll
just have to start getting them out.
Expectations.
I know.
You got to meet the expectations.
And not putting blow up my cat or something.
I'm not putting pressure on you right now, but yeah, sure. So, okay, on this, take care. And I think, in the video, as you'll see, when it's about when the game crashed. Oh no, actually, it's the good footage where they managed to arrive at the other planet. So, anyway, so take care. See you guys soon in the PU of 3.0. Until then, take care. Look at your ship in your hangar and dream about the future in Star Citizens. Take care.
Bye, guys.